Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Carrie, and I wanted to thank you guys for watching this team call. This is actually a re-recording of the one that was supposed to happen on the 6th of October. It did happen, however, because of a computer glitch in my internet connection, it didn't record. So I'm re-recording this for you guys. So definitely take the time to watch it because I really think it'll help you get organized into doing what you have to do to actually grow your business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, here we go. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is your power hour. And this is essentially, if you're a seasoned coach, you've heard of this. If you're a new coach, this term might be new to you, but it's something that you're going to become very familiar with. And it's what we refer to when we talk about what you got to get done in a day to sort of really make sure that your business continues to grow at a steady rate. And we're going to talk about what that power hour consists of. Okay, but before we get started, I just want to talk about a few announcements for October. There's tons and tons of challenge packs on sale. They've been running this, usually they put 3 challenge packs on promotion every month, but for the past 2 or 3 months, they've been putting almost every challenge pack that we have on sale on promotion, which is fantastic. But October is the last month for that. So you can look at FAQ 1005 to find out which exact ones. But there's sort of 2 categories of challenge packs. One is, your typical challenge pack with the fitness program plus Shakeology 8 Home Direct. And those challenge packs are running for $140. You also have Kickstart challenge packs. And what the Kickstart means is that they add in to that challenge pack the 3-day refresh, which is sort of a 3-day detox and cleanse to give people quick results so that they stay motivated, they get excited, and also just cleanse out their body. So that's what that is. And those are running for $180. Okay. The Success Club prize for October is a personal development webcast with Eric Qualman. Now, I had not heard of him prior to this, but he's apparently a really amazing tech guru, social media expert, and really is going to show us how to work social media. And I've had they've given these personal development webcasts before as prizes for Success Club, and I've been on them. They're really, really awesome. Like once we got to listen to Jen Sincero, who's the author of You Are a Badass, and it's sort of like a private interview with them, and you really feel like you're in this intimate setting with these amazing people that really give you wonderful information to grow your business. So definitely shoot for Success Club 5. Super Saturday, guys. Super Saturday is a really, really, really cool, really fun event. Super Saturdays are done quarterly. So every quarter we hold the Super Saturday in the regional. So no matter where you live, there is one near you. I know we have a lot of people on this team near the Philly area. That one is going to be held on the 29th. I think it's from 10 to 2 at Sugar House Casino. And then we've got a couple of Dallas folks, and yours is actually going to be on the 30th because sometimes they do them sort of over a weekend. Yours is going to be on the 30th, and I believe it's in Frisco, but I did post the website for that. It's www.tbb, so Team Beachbody Dallas.com, and that's the link for the Dallas Super Saturday, just so you know. But definitely try to get there. It is 4 hours maybe. It's so much fun and really informative, really motivational. Just feel the energy, meet your other coaches, and have a really, really good time. Quarter Force. I tried this. There was a sneak peek last week, guys, and I did it, and it was really, really cool. It is our newest program that's being released. It's a mixed martial arts program, and it's coming October 31st for coaches, and then I believe it's being rolled out in November just for the challenge packs are being rolled out in November, and it looks really awesome. I can't wait to do it from start to finish. So definitely be talking about this, how excited you guys are. There's a whole slew of people out there who love taking kickboxing classes, and it's just fantastic. It's a wonderful workout. I was so sore. My shoulders and my calves and my abs were so sore for like 3 days, which in a good way, right? So definitely be chalking that up. The Coach Mobile Office, this is something they've developed. We have our back office, right? But it's sometimes hard to get access that back office if you're on your phone, because the screen, there's so much on that back office, and to fit onto the little tablets, screen of your phone was like very busy, and you would have to enlarge it and then swipe to see the screen. Now they have a mobile friendly site, and it's amazing. So check out the Coach Breaking News. It'll give you instructions on how to get it. But it simplifies things, makes it really awesome. I don't know about you, but I do a lot of work on the road. I'm in between patients. I'm in my car for 5 minutes. I'll try to get something done. And this really makes it easy. I never was able to get on that before. I would sort of write it down, and when I got home later, I would, go into my back office and do what I needed to do. But now I don't have to do that. I can do it right there. It's so convenient. They're always trying to make it easier for us guys to get it done and for this to fit into our already crazy hectic lives. So check that out for sure. Emails for shipments. This is fantastic. It used to be that we all know Shakeology is on monthly renewal. And everybody who you sign up with a challenge pack should know this, right? That within 30 days, Shakeology will be renewed and it'll be shipped out and their credit card will be billed. But so many times people forget about it, right? They just sort of, I'll get a call from somebody saying, wait a minute, I just got a bill on my credit card. And I said, well, yeah, it's, 30 days. Remember your Shakeology ships, but then they forget or they don't keep track of the date. Now they get emails saying 10 days prior, they'll say, hey, your Shakeology is about to ship, right? And then it'll give them a chance to modify that order if they want to, change the flavor, change the ship date, put it on hold, whatever they want to do. And also, so it's not a shock when they see that charge on their credit card, and then you get calls from angry customers saying, hey, and I would try to, although I sometimes wasn't always consistent, but would send them a private message myself saying, hey, your Shakeology is up for renewal. Just want to let you know. You don't have to do that now because the email is coming out. So it's fantastic. The Inside Shakeology podcast, I just wanted to tell you guys all that you should definitely download this. Go to the podcast app on your phone and, search Inside Shakeology. It's once a month. It's like 15 minutes, but it gives you so much useful information about Shakeology. What they do is take questions that people ask, and they just sort of answer it in the podcast. So it's really, really informative. I definitely highly recommend that. Last thing I want to talk about was this 3-week yoga retreat that's on Beachbody On Demand. It's really awesome. I have a lot of customers I talk to that really love yoga. A lot of the programs that Beachbody has are pretty intense, and I tend to like those programs. That's sort of what I've always done. But I feel like I'm missing out on a whole bunch of people. Like if they see my workout videos, I feel like they're sometimes saying, oh, that's I can't even go there, right? Or I don't want to go there. It just doesn't look fun. It looks miserable, but people really love yoga. And so now I have this 3-week yoga retreat. It's a 21-day program that is yoga, and it's on Beachbody On Demand, and it's in the member library. So you don't have to purchase it separately. It comes with your subscription. So definitely be talking that up to people who love to do yoga as a way to do yoga at home, just with their subscription to Beachbody On Demand. All right. So that's the announcement. So now let's go into talking about the Power Hour. What is the Power Hour? Well, it's 1 hour per day that you dedicate to working your business. That's uninterrupted, that's highly focused time, and it's spent doing business growing activities. And guys, it doesn't have to be one consecutive hour. Many times my days are so irregular and non-consistent from day to day to day that a lot of times my schedule can kind of get mixed up. So I will, schedule in chunks, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. It doesn't have to be all in 1 hour. So don't let that freak you out, because I know that's really hard for a lot of people. Here's a couple of list of things that your Power Hour should be. It should be scheduled into your calendar. You don't want to just wake up in the day and say, when am I going to fit it in today? I've got this going, maybe, after the kids go to bed, I can do some, but then, the kids go to bed and you're like, oh yeah, I have all this laundry to fold. I got to pack lunches for the next day. We're all busy. So you have to make sure to put it in your calendar, literally. Okay. So that time is set aside, that nothing else is going to happen during that time. You should order the activities that you do, and we'll talk about these in priority order from most importance to least importance. And it should be done in active business growth tasks. So again, we'll talk about what all that is. Your power hour should not, like I just said, it shouldn't be squeezed into your day whenever you have extra time, and it shouldn't be spent doing planning which tasks you're going to do. So for instance, you shouldn't sit down for your power hour and say, okay, I think I'll do this first, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that. No, that takes up too much time. That has to already be predetermined. And again, we'll talk about how to do all that. It's pretty easy to plan ahead what you're going to do, but you don't want to spend any of that time sort of figuring it out, because then your brain will sort of get scattered. You want to sit down, know what you got to do, and boom, boom, boom. You don't want to spend that time scrolling through Facebook or checking your notifications, because it's total distractibility. I don't know about you, but I can get pretty distracted doing that. So what should your power hour look like? So everybody's power hour is a little bit different. So don't think that this has to be exactly how you do it. But guys, these are typical, generally speaking, behaviors that every coach engages in every single day that you should do during your power hour. You can tweak it to make it your own, but in general, this is a really good skeleton to work with. You should be posting to the groups you're participating in. Now, as coaches, we're not just participating in these groups. Many times we're leading these groups, right? So you want to make sure to get those posts, those daily posts to each group, a challenge group, a free group you're leading, a Coach Basics group, whatever. Make sure you get those posts into the group. You want to be planning your 4 posts in Facebook every day, and at least making one of those posts during your power hour. So you're not going to post all 4, obviously, because you want those to be spread out throughout the day, but you want to at least plan what they're going to be. You should be posting 4 times a day. If that seems a lot, don't worry. It seemed crazy to me. I was a total Facebook virgin when I first started this, and I think my profile picture was from when my son was like 2, when I first started to coach. So if that's where you are, don't worry. You can still do this, right? You can work up to it, but definitely your goal should be 4 times a day, because you may think that's being overbearing, but you're not, because only 10% of your friends are seeing this anyway. So most likely they're not seeing every post you make. So don't think that they are. Oh, say person A is seeing every single post every single day, and they're getting annoyed with you and gonna unfriend you, or that's not how it works. It just gets you enough sort of Facebook affinity. Literally, we sort of have to work the Facebook algorithms to make sure that we get as many eyes on your posts as possible. So sorry about that noise, guys. I got kids running around the house. So yes, 4 Facebook posts per day. One of them should be Beachbody, but only one. You don't want to inundate people and vomit Beachbody. So 1 Beachbody post. You can do 2 health and fitness posts. So maybe like a workout, maybe a recipe, maybe a fitness tip, or a motivational quote, something like that. And then you should also have a lifestyle post. Just what are your interests, right? If you like golf, if you like shoes, if you like, Pilates or running or yoga, or if you like, I think one coach said it was funny. She loves office supplies. And she posts about office supplies, and she has a whole bunch of people who follow her for her office supplies. So whatever works, right? We should also be adding to your network. You want to add 3 friends to your network every day, okay? You want to be connecting with new people. So starting new conversations, 3 people per day. You want to be inviting to challenge groups, at least 3 to 5 people every day to challenge groups or to the coaching opportunity. That's absolutely important. That is the sort of the crux of what we do. That should be number 1. And you want to check in with your current customers and coaches, right? Because it's a lot easier to keep current customers than it is to get new ones. So you want to make sure that you're always checking in with the people you've already got. So, we do check in with them in our groups, right? And whether you have coaches in Coach Basics or your challengers in your challenge groups. But in addition to that, you want to make sure you're private messaging people so that they feel special. You don't want, because what if they're not posting every day in the group? You want to make sure that you reach out to them individually, because they joined for you. They joined for the group, but they also joined for you. And you want to make sure you're reaching out to them. Recognizing success in challengers and coaches. So this is, again, something that's real important. People love to be recognized. It makes them feel good. So definitely make sure that you're paying attention to their wins, whether it's weight loss, whether it's just a really good workout that day, whether it's a good recipe, or just say, hey, that's really awesome. Just recognize them for it. So we're going to go through each of these sort of one by one. So posting to groups. Where do you get the daily posts from? I put this in here because I know when I first started, that was worrisome to me. I was in these groups, that my upline and her upline had added me to. I was like, where are they getting this really awesome stuff from? I had no idea. And I was nervous to do it myself because I didn't know if I could come up with these really great posts. You guys, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's all been done before. I will always add you to the groups that I'm running. My upline adds me to hers and so on and so forth. And guys, that's where I get my stuff. I literally copy and paste it to a document in a folder on my hard drive, and then I copy and paste it. Now, you don't have to do that. You can, and I don't do that every single day, but it gives me a great library of stuff to pull from. And, I also find stuff on the Team Beachbody blog or any recipes or just, health websites. You can find stuff anywhere, but make sure you get a good library of things to use. And that's where you get it from. It's just from other groups that you're a part of. Don't worry about trying to come up with your own stuff. I think it's best to do this in the morning so the challengers can sort of wake up to it and digest it for the rest of the day. You certainly don't have to, but you'll find you get the better engagement and participation in your challengers if they see it when they get up in the morning. So try to do this in the morning. And you want to, again, try to make them engaging so it's interesting for the challengers and hopefully educational too. Okay, so that's groups. Now you want to post to your timeline. I sort of talked about this already. 4 times a day, 1 or 2 lifestyle posts, 1 or 2 health, fitness, motivation posts. You can sort of flux those. 1 Beachbody and then 1 whatever, right? So only 1 Beachbody, though. You don't want to be vomiting and being like a product catalog on your timeline. You don't want to post stock photos because that is way too salesy. People, again, like I said, people don't join Beachbody. They join for you and use our products as their guide, but they're joining for you because you're the one that's going to help them. The products do too, but you're the one that's going to help them. So don't put stock photos up on there. And the more engagement in your posts, the better. Like I mentioned, the Facebook algorithm, if you really want to get fancy and you can look up how to really increase your affinity, like these days, and it's always changing. So these days, live videos will get more, pull more weight than an image, and an image pulls more weight than text as far as to the number of people it reaches. Also, the type of post that you put out there is really important. You want to make sure that you do some things that engage people, like ask them questions, ask them for advice on stuff like, hey, I don't know how to do my eyeliner, or, do you guys have any advice on good backpacks for kids or whatever, and you'll find people want to share that information because they want to look like they're valuable too. So they'll give you any information they have, and you'll get a lot of posts and comments and likes. And the more that you get that, the more eyes will then see your post. So that's important. Sorry. And again, the first post of your day, I think, is really great if you can do it before 7 o'clock in the morning. Again, a lot of the best top coaches will do this both early in the morning so that your followers will see you when they first pick up their phone in the morning, before they have to get ready for their day. I went a while when I wasn't getting up early enough, and I would sort of wait until 8:30 after my kid's bus came, and by then everybody's off to work and they're not checking their phones, right? So, but then I found if I consistently put it up at like 6:45, people are going to start to see that more. And I personally like to do like a personal development type, motivational type post then. That's when I usually like to do that post for the day. I always try to do 1 post at least per day that's motivation, personal development related, something. And I like to do that one first thing in the morning so people can kind of look forward to it to start their day off on the right foot. Okay, now adding to your network. This is really important because you always want to be adding people, because otherwise you will run out of people to talk to. You have to have people to talk to in order to invite them, right? So you have to be starting conversations with people. Where do you find people, right? First, you have your warm market. And these are people you already know. So your friends, your family, your friends of friends, you want to make sure that you start conversations with these people on a regular basis. So you could just doesn't have to be about Beachbody, just form relationships with these people, and eventually you'll find ways to insert Beachbody into that conversation. There's something we call forming, FORM, family, occupation, recreation, message, meaning message them on Beachbody when it's appropriate. So through forming, you find out about their life and where Beachbody might be able to fill a void or provide a solution to an issue they're having. So don't skip that step before you invite. You definitely want to form those relationships. That's easier with your warm market because you know a lot of them already. So sometimes you can sort of speed through that because you know them. So definitely do that. If you feel like you don't have a big warm market, I can almost guarantee your warm market is bigger than you think it is. Go into Coach Basics. If for those of you who have been through Coach Basics, if not, you definitely need to go through Coach Basics. So give me a holler and I can plug you in. The next one starts on Halloween, actually. So there's a document in there called the Memory Jobber, and that'll help you remember all the people that you do actually know. You know more than you think you do. Once you've exhausted your warm market, you go to your cold market, and these are people you don't know. So how do you find these people? There's a couple different ways. One, you can join, if you're talking non-social media, join groups, right? You're like church groups or whatever interests you have. If you do volunteer work, anything like that, you can find people that way. When we're talking social media, you can do it through Facebook, Instagram, whatever your platform is. On Facebook, there's that, people you may know function, right? And I usually start with those people who I share the most common friends with, and then I'll send them a friend request and a quick message saying, hey, we share a lot of common friends, thought I would introduce myself. There you go. And then you can also do something similar on Instagram, where you can simply follow people and then usually they'll follow you back. On Facebook also, you can join groups that you're interested in, just like you would out in the real world. There's tons of groups on Facebook. I'm part of a working mother group. I'm part of a running group, a physical therapist group. What else? A discount shopper group because I like to try to find things on discount and, things like that your interest. Then you start participating in those groups, and then people who you sort of comment back and forth a lot, send them a friend request and start a conversation with them. Same thing on Instagram. You can search hashtags, which is the same thing as joining groups on Facebook that have common interests. You can search hashtags of your interests. So hashtag, Target, hashtag, skinny jeans, hashtag stilettos, or hashtag, bodybuilding, or whatever your interests are. Search those hashtags and you'll find people with those interests that you can then follow. They'll follow you back. So that's how you do that. And then also go on friends of friends pages. So, and see if you have somebody that you've come across that has common interests. You can, again, send them a friend request and a quick message. Hey, looks like we both really like to run or whatever, and start a conversation. And that sort of flows in with this next topic, which is connecting to new people. Hey there messages, that's sort of what I call, hey, when I send a friend request to somebody, I'll always send a message because if they don't know me, right? So this sort of helps them to know that it's not totally random why I'm sending them a friend request. I just noticed something that really caught my attention on your page, or looks like our kids are the same age, or we have a lot of common friends, we live in the same town. Whatever your connection is with them, send them a quick message about it. You don't want to start, like I said, with Beachbody unless it's warranted, unless they've come to you asking about it. You don't want to start. Get to know them first. That's a whole reason we do this. And again, you want to connect with at least 3 to 5 new people a day, so you always have new people to talk to and eventually invite. Okay, inviting, the holy grail of what we do. Again, before you even get to this step, you will have formed them already. You will have figured about them, how this can benefit them, and then you go about your invitation. There is something that we call the 5-step invitation process. This form, you want to definitely familiarize yourself with the 5-step invitation process. Again, this is in Coach Basics, something that you go through, but there's a document in the back office that takes you through it. Also in our team page, I have uploaded a document that says, the title of it is Invite to CG. and that means invite to challenge group. But I have a whole bunch of sample scripts in there that is broken down by this 5-step invitation process. So it helps you go through this process with somebody, and you obviously want to make these scripts your own, but it's a great resource. In fact, if you go back in our team page and scroll through, the last team call I did was about this 5-step invitation process. So it's a really good thing to watch to sort of learn what it is. And I also talk about those scripts in there also. So go back and listen to that team call. I think it was on the 22nd of September. Don't quote me on that, but go back and listen to that for sure, because it's really helpful. And so you want to invite to challenge groups and to the coaching opportunity. Here's what I said, the sample scripts. Again, 3 to 5 people per day. That's sort of you can see that's pretty consistent across the board. Guys, don't be intimidated. Inviting is scary. I know that, but don't be intimidated. Guys, we have this amazing, amazing solution for people. I mean, it's changed my life. It's changed countless other people's lives. So what's to say it can't do that for someone else? If they say no, so what, right? Just move on to the next one. You know that you're doing, I could put it this way, you're doing God's work by offering this to people. It's not pushy. You're offering them this awesome thing to change their life and give them a chance to be as healthy as they can be. What's wrong with that, right? So you're offering them that solution. But you have to remember, even with that, most people will say no, okay? And that's all right. Expect that, okay? There's a really great book out there that's titled Go for No. If you ever get, don't let those no's knock you down, because the no's are what you're going for, right? Just keep inviting. They will say yes, but you will get a lot of no's. That's okay. Those people usually are not no forever. They're no, not just right now. They will probably come back to you in a couple months' time saying, right? Maybe this is a better time. You're planting a seed for them, okay? So don't be intimidated by it. And then follow-ups and recognition. So you always want to follow up with the current conversations that you have going on. This requires tracking your conversations. You're never going to remember all the conversations that you're having. It's impossible. And you don't want to use the Facebook Messenger as your tracking system, right? Just scrolling through all your messages and seeing what you've written to people or what they've written to you. You definitely have to have a tracking system. You can use, just a pen and paper if you want. There's a couple apps out there, websites that are great. I use something called Asana, which ASANA, which is a website / app that's great for tracking conversations. In fact, my next team call, this is what I'm going to talk about, because I feel like it's really important, because I really struggled with that at first. And I feel like I let a lot of people fall through the cracks. But since I've been using this, I've got it all much more organized. But don't expect to remember everything or everyone. If you can remember, that means you're probably not inviting or talking to enough people, because if you can keep that many people straight in your head, I commend you, because I can't. And you always want to follow up with your current challengers. Like I mentioned before, you're connected with them in the group, but you want to reach out for them individually, just to make sure that they know that you are here for them and that you are special to them. And you want to recognize their accomplishments. Hey, I noticed that you got every workout in this week without missing. Great job. That must have been really hard. I'm so happy that you did that. It's totally going to pay off. Same thing with coaches. Recognize any awesome posts they make to their timeline, because sometimes, again, that's very scary and intimidating for people. If somebody puts a before and after or posts their story, it's going out of your comfort zone with coaching that makes you better. And that's scary for people. So you want to make sure that we recognize that you know that and that you're proud of them for doing it. Because it's true. We are. You also want to recognize, obviously, Success Club. Sorry, guys, my plug came out of my computer. 1 second. Okay, there we go. And you want to recognize your coaches for any rank advancements, if they earn Success Club points, anything like that. I mentioned this before, it's a lot easier to keep current coaches and customers than it is to find new ones. So you definitely want to give some attention to the people you've already got working with you. And lastly, you want to check your online office. This is something we should all be doing every day. what I usually do when I get on my online office is first thing I'll check the right-hand column where all the coach breaking news is, and whatever is relevant and important to share with my team, I share, because I think that's a great opportunity just to keep everybody educated and up to date. You also want to look and see on the bottom if you are Emerald, and if you are hitting Success Club, you will be getting leads, and also, yeah, you'll be getting leads. So you want to make sure to check your new customers, because that's where your leads will show up. And you always want to make sure to send them messages, add them to your contacts to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks. And your team volume is listed under there. So there's in your sponsorship drill down. If you're a seasoned coach, this is something you should be doing every day. If you're a brand new coach, don't worry about this yet, but it tells you your downline and what is going on with your downline. So Success Club points, what their volume is, everything like that. So it helps you recognize Success Club points. So how should you put these things in order? This is something I struggled with. I just recently changed this up in my own business, and I'm seeing it makes such a big difference. You know, we have what we call in Beachbody the 4 vital behaviors. Invite, invite, invite. Product of the product. Personal development, right? And you want to make sure, guys, that you're inviting. And when I say invite, 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 I think it's better. And they actually thought about changing this to be connect and follow up and invite, right? So it's not just invite, you're actually forming these relationships with people. You want to allow a certain amount of time to do each of the activities we talked about. And like I said, you want to order them from greatest priority to least priority. I used to leave my inviting for last, which is a bad idea. I don't suggest it. I would say, okay, I'm going to go in order. I'm going to connect with people first. I'm going to add my new friends. I'm going to connect with them. I'm going to follow up with some people, and then I'm going to invite. Oh, wait, I also have to check my notifications to make sure if anybody commented on my Beachbody related or health related posts, I want to follow up with them. Oh, and then I'll invite last. And then I never got around to it because I ran out of time. So now I literally spend my first almost half an hour sending out invitations to people. Now I only do it, I have a list going, and I only do it to the people that are appropriate to be invited to. I don't invite, cold if it's not somebody I haven't been talking to, but now I've started doing that first. So I never miss sending out my invitations in a day. That's the number one priority. Once you complete a task, you want to check it off. Some people, again, have it written down on a pen and paper. Some people like print out a Word document and they'll print it out 50 times. So they have it every single day, the same activities with a box next to it. Check, 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 check. And if they don't have everything checked off by the time they go to bed, they don't go to bed until it's checked off. A lot of the top coaches do that. Your power hour, guys, doesn't include your workout. It doesn't include, it can include your personal development, but for me personally, I tend to listen to mine in my car, so while I'm driving, so I don't include my personal development in my power hour. You certainly can. It's only 10 minutes. You can definitely give that 10 minutes time. It's a great thing to start your day with that personal development. I know that I listen to probably at least 45 minutes a day of personal development while I'm driving, because I love it. It fuels me. But whatever works for you, it might take some trial and error, but make sure that you're not missing on those invitations. That's the number one thing that's going to get you your customers. So I hope this helped you guys. I really want you to reach out to me if you have any questions about what your power hour should consist of. Even write what you think down. You can take a picture of it and send it to me and we can talk about it. I want to make sure that it works for you. I want to provide you with all the help and support that I can. Like I said, those sample scripts, anything that's going to help you build your network and your customer base and grow your business. So I hope this helped. I hope you guys have a great night, and shoot me any questions if you need to. Okay. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Here we go. Okay. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.